Don't worry about a thing.
Wait, hold on. I need to
God, we're such fucking.
stop cutting my nails like a man. It's started. There we go.
I'll take your shoes off, man. Let's get comfortable.
Let's take your shoes
Let's
off.
get cozy.
That should be the name of the pod. Take your shoes
Take
off.
your
I don't think
shoes-
that's
yeah,
taken yet.
That'd be a good one. We're both wearing sweaters. I was thinking we could maybe call this. We maybe call this sweater puppies.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
sweater- yeah.
Sweater puppies, just two cute dogs. You know.
Some puppies under my sweater. I'll let them out. Don't look at camera.
We got a cute puppy.
Don't look
dude.
at fucking camera. Can't go full Gillis. I went to Gillis. Were you there at Paul Platt's show?
Yeah.
His evening Muse show.
Yeah, dude. I was on.
I
the
made an
show,
apology
actually.
for going full Gillis, so I gave Paul. I wanted to show how I was apologizing for how hard I went off on Jacob Manluku. So I gave Paul. I said, so to show that I don't show that I'm an ally to the Asian community, I brought a book that I would say was written by the only guy who loves Asians almost as much as I do. Without Feathers by Woody Allen.
That's right.
And I wrote a little note for Paul. I said, you could read that off stage. And I was in the bathroom, and I just hear Paul open the book, and he goes, he wrote the Trump Epstein letter. in the beginning, like I transcribed the entire thing. Like I was like, enigmas never age.
That's awesome. Dude, wow.
He brings me back. Do you know what he calls his house? He called it the other night. He was like, are you coming back to Skyland later? And I was like, what was that?
It's where we get high,
Yeah.
baby.
And I said, I don't know, I'm going back to space. And he said, where's that? And I said, my house. And he was like, why do you call it space? And I said, because that's where the star is.
Yeah. A little bit higher than Skyland.
Right. A little bit higher. Yeah, out of the sky into the stars.
Yeah.
I rewatched 2 movies recently. The other day, I rewatched Heat, and I also rewatched Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah, I've never
Which-
seen that one.
So you think like I watched them because like I'm gonna watch a really gay movie, and I'm gonna watch the straightest movie I've ever seen, right?
Heat
and it
being the
turns
straight
out,
one?
yeah, Heat being the straight one. It turns out they're 2 of the gayest films I've ever watched, ever put to test. No. Here's the thing. So Heat, it's a movie about how all the women in your life just like tear you down.
Right.
Like every woman in that movie either cheats, kills themselves, or sells you out to the cops.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
But you've always got your best bud Al Pacino to crank you off when you need.
And the only girl who was sticking with it was Robert De Niro's girl who he was with. And she was like, there's a scene where like he's like, all right, we're ready to go home. Like we're ready to go to New Zealand and take off and run away from all this. And he's like, I gotta make one more stop because there's a guy who he like needs to kill because he killed like his best friend, who also ratted on him. But it's not a problem if you're a guy in that movie because guys are cool.
No, guys
because Michael Mann is like, yeah, guys have honor.
Women are whores and men are honorable.
That's what that's the whole message of the movie. It's like when a guy does it, he has a, and you don't know why the guy. It was Danny Trejo. He sold out his crew, and do you want to know why?
Why is that?
He's on the floor down. He's like, why'd you do it? And he's like, she made me. And he's talking about his wife. His wife who's dead in the next room.
Dude, fucking, the actors just look into the camera and be like, bitches ain't shit, huh? And that's when the credits roll.
And Robert De Niro's like, I'll call an ambulance, you'll be fine. And then Robert De Niro said, by the way, your wife's dead. And he was like, just let me die then. So even when, you know, the women are gone, they still won't let you move on.
Damn, dude.
That's his whole message throughout the entire movie. And
who hurt him?
yeah.
You know what?
Mom,
you know what that
probably.
kind of tells me though?
What?
Is that like the director's life must have been, you know, he must have been going through like a terrible relationship or something, and then he kind of turned it into that. I watched an interview with like Francis Ford Coppola. I may have bitched this to you at some point, but I watched one and he was talking about like if you're going to direct a great work, usually your first movie is that, because what like a great director will do for their first movie is like they'll have some problem in their life that they've always had. Yeah. And then they don't know how to deal with it. And so what they do is they take that problem and then they find a metaphor for the problem and then they turn it into a movie. So that they're kind of poking at their problem the whole time, but like, you know, that makes it interesting because it has their heart in it. So he must have had like some bitch break his heart terribly. And then he's like, women ain't shit. Metaphor for that is going to be these 2 dudes, one of them's a criminal, and
it's women ain't shit and men stay on your grind set because both Robert De Niro and Al Pacino just like won't just ruin their entire lives. Al Pacino's his stepdaughter kills herself because his mom, her mom, is like on Prozac and like cheats on Al Pacino because he's never home. He's like, you're just walking through this life, and he's like, no, I'm not. And it's like, listen, and then the guy is there. The guy who like she just cheated on him with is on the couch. He's like, you stay right fucking there. Listen, you can fuck my wife. You can stay on her couch. But you will not watch my TV. And then
you're not gonna watch my fucking TV.
And then he bangs on his TV and like unplugs it and carries it out with him. He's like, I'm going to my hotel. He doesn't give it. The whole movie is just men being like, I'm on my own. Why does nobody respect me? It's like
all women do is cheat and lie.
It's like a dad who just like cannot connect with his son and being like, oh, you think you're better because you and mom hang out more than you and I?
Wow.
It's that same type of thing. But I was watching that movie, and then I watched Call Me by Your Name, which you haven't seen.
No, I've never seen this one.
It's about like an older guy who's literally a teacher's assistant of his dad, who like guides who like teaches him like, hey, you're gay. Like he like that's it's like, by the way, you're fucking gay. But
I can tell by the way that you're dressing, you're clearly gay.
Well, they're actually like I think both bisexual, but Timothy might actually be gay. It's like a weird type of thing that, or like they're both.
Is this the movie where
they're both
Timothy
really,
Chalamet behind shit? Is that the movie where he fucks a peach?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, well, no, he fucks a peach, and then Armie Hammer tries to eat the
peach that he's come
to establish dominance, sort of.
Wow.
It's a weird thing going on.
Dude.
I think that's when he found out that he wants to like eat people. Was him being like, this is like a million people in one.
That's crazy.
No, but the crazy.
That's gotta be like in prison. I imagine like, what if instead of physically dominating somebody, the way that you asserted dominance was by forcing them to come on your food so that you can eat it in front of them? You know, that sounds like a society I want to live in.
I'm trying to move on from this so fast. I want to say,
don't be afraid. Walk into the light.
No.
Walk into it.
I don't want to discuss the ethics of soggy biscuit with you.
Well, but that's you brought up.
No,
the movie
that's
Soggy
not. That's
Biscuit.
not a gay thing. That's a frat thing, and that makes you cool. No, that's
We've
how
all
you
been
make
a frat brother before.
That's how you make friends. It's like a buying cigarettes outside of the open mic so you can have people talk to you for the first time so they can have a smoke. It's like that, but with food.
Dude, I remember it. First day of college, I showed up with a whole batch of biscuits that my mom had made, and I went to the frat house, and I was like, please, can you, I just want to be friends,
I just need a community.
Yeah, I just need a community.
No, but anyways. God damn it.
Your stomach's getting pumped. At the fucking hospital.
And then he's just trying to make friends.
And then you get a notification on your phone from like one of the guys being like, hey, this is Brad from Alpha Pi Alpha.
Yeah.
That was really cool what you did earlier.
You got added to a group chat.
You're just getting your fucking stomach pumped and you're just smiling like, wow, it really did it.
Oh my God.
Anyways, I'm sorry, you brought up the movie.
No. Yeah, I brought up I didn't bring up that scene.
But that's
I like how you didn't see the movie, but you still are like, I want to talk about this scene.
Well, I know it's iconic about it, and I've seen that scene.
Anyways, the behind the scenes of the movie, before the movie started, the director, who's like this Italian freak, was like, all right, I want you both to just start. He brought them in the middle of a field, no cameras or supervision besides him, the director.
Yeah.
And he said to Armie and Timothy, I want you both to start making out because you're going to be doing a lot in the movie, wanting to get very intimate with each other. Just be comfortable, with each other's mouths and bodies. and we're just and when I say cut, you're going to stop. And what happened is that they started making out in the middle of this Italian field, and like remote from everywhere, and the director just walks away. Which, if you saw Armie Hammer start swallowing a little boy's face, it would be like the Harambe situation where it's like he's in the zoo, he's in the cage.
Someone's gotta stop him.
You gotta put it down.
Fucking someone just shooting Armie Hammer.
Oh, it's wild.
Whoa, that's crazy.
When I learned that, it's insane. But
what
then
a fucking prank.
When I learned about that, I'm like, Timothy deserves to be like the greatest actor of our time right now. If he did that for art, then you know what? All flowers to him. There's certain people that you see them act and it's like they're just there because they're handsome or like they're the it boy of the year, but it's like no, Timothy puts in the work. He's swapping spit with a cannibal. Like he deserves to get all the Oscars for that stupid fucking Bob Dylan biopic he did. Did I tell about that time in Asheville that this was like I think it was 3 months in the comedy, and there was this mic called Hot Seat, which still goes on, but now they have it at a different place. This was at the first place they had it, and one night my friend Mario was hosting. He was hosting, and some guy kept heckling, and and that's just me 3 months in the comedy. I knew this was a bad idea. Where he turns to the guy and says, "Okay, how about you come up here and do some time?" And it's like, no, the guy who wants to talk, give him the mic. And the guy went up there, and it was after they were heckling this comic who's has a gay affect in his voice.
Sure. Can you do an impression?
No, I will not.
I mean, just to kind of give us.
But he lisps.
I'm trying to get you to paint a picture.
He does this great joke about sitting on a pizza, and he's pepperoni. I don't want to burn the bit. It's a classic.
All right.
But he was doing jokes like that, and the guy was heckling him. And then Mario said, "Why don't you step on stage and do some time?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, fine, I'll do it." And then he goes on stage and has the most right-wing Asheville take I've ever heard, which is being gay is anti-women.
Fascinating.
Right? And he explained it by saying being into men is misogynist because you're not worshiping the female form at all. Whoa. And then he started saying the N-word, and that's when the cops were called. The cops showed up.
I like how
the mic.
I like how up until that point, like there were some people in the back being like, "Hold on, he might be on to something," and then
people were leaning in,
and they're like, "Oh wait, no, it's crazy."
It was wild. I don't think anybody. I think people started walking out during like his weirdly. It's the oddest homophobic rant I've ever heard. But it was an original take. You have to admire. Like he's been writing about this at home. He like had a journal.
Whoa.
If he didn't, I was kind of surprised he went up there with no set list because everything he said was very coherent for how drunk he was.
What if he's just been showing up to mics for like months, just like waiting, heckling comics, waiting for someone to be like, oh yeah, why don't you give it a try? That was like his opener.
Well, that's some guy from Burnsville who like went to Asheville for the first time. Was probably there on like a Tinder date. It didn't go well, or she didn't show up, and then was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna spend the whole day here. And he just down a lesson. He just down a lesson how they burned me.
Dude, there was a fight at Crown. A comic who was on stage basically said to some lady, cause she had been heckling and she said something to him, and then he was like, "Shut up, bitch," and then said to like her boyfriend, "You need to keep your dog on a leash." Which is fucking, all right, that's crazy. And she was like belligerently drunk.
Wasn't this a lady comic saying that? Yeah.
No, it was a male comic who said it.
Oh, I wasn't there? Oh, okay, I haven't heard about this one.
So then this lady who he says that to, she starts getting really fucking mad, and she's like trying to steal the microphone. At one point, she does grab it, and then she grabs it and is just kind of saying like, y'all's job is to make us laugh. He wasn't being funny, and I was just telling him to be funny.
Yeah.
And then, and then so we get the mic back from her, and then like she keeps yelling, and her boyfriend's like kind of just lightly grabbing like her waist, just kind of like trying to pull her away, which is
it's okay, baby girl.
It was such a pussy thing because it's like he's like, please don't make me have to fight somebody for you, and then which like I mean I feel for him because I'd be the same way. And then anyways, like this lady comic yells at her, and it's like, shut up, you need to fucking leave.
Yeah.
And then the lady just darts across the bar and fucking just like haymaker over a bunch of people, catches her like right on the forehead and like kind of like cracked open her eyebrow.
Oh shit!
And then everybody's losing their mind. I thought it was hilarious. Which is like maybe I shouldn't have been laughing.
No. That's what comedy. That's what the open mic is for.
It's supposed to be funny. Yeah. So we call the cops. The cops like kind of get those people out of there.
Right.
And then like afterwards, that lady comic started yelling at the male comic, being like, it was your fault because you kind of like agitated her.
Right.
And then I was like, yeah, fuck you, man. Which I should have done because like that made her mad. And then, so, oh well, but that's what it was.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
So it was a good fight. There's been a few of them there.
Wasn't there a Nazi fight or something like that at Crown one time? Where it's like
Yeah, there used to be this comic in town who was like
that's the girl comic I'm talking about. I say the girl comic because Charlotte has one female comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've tied yourself to her.
It's true.
Yeah.
Dude, the rocket's gonna blast off soon. It's we're gonna make it, right, Mira? Me and you.
What's the rocket mean?
Me and you. Well, like she's the rocket, and I'm like
she's
tying
the rocket.
myself to it.
Oh, all right.
And then she's gonna blow up and act like she don't know nobody, but
Right.
she does know me. And then,
She knows
and then,
you. You've changed you changed yourself to her.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna blow up.
If only men could get pregnant.
Yeah. If me could be pregnant,
Yeah.
I'd have 2 babies.
I
right
got 2
now.
babies. Yeah, she mine.
Yeah, that my baby daddy.
That my baby dad.
And that my baby mother.
You adopt a baby. She's in Charleston right now. You come back with a baby, and you're like, it happened.
It happened while
You
you
should
were
have
away.
You should have worn a female condom.
Yeah. That way you wouldn't have got me pregnant.
That's such a funny move.
If you had worn a female condom and not shot your egg down the head of my dick,
Just
then maybe.
Just you, like, on a first date, and she's like, you have protection? And you're like, yeah. And you just whip out a female condom. All right.
All right, since you want it.
Yeah, since you want it.
Since you want the protection.
All right, make it happen.
Why don't you stuff this inside me?
Oh, gross.
Damn. Coming back and me having a baby would be hilarious.
That would be
That
the
is
best
funny.
move you could do.
Like, I had this baby. How'd you have it? Did you poop it out? No, it came out of my dick and it exploded like a cartoon fucking cigar.
It came to
just
my
went
dick and balls, you dumbass.
My dick just like it looks like a banana peel. It's just like it's just in 4 quadrants.
It's like when a Bugs Bunny puts his finger down the gun and it
And
explodes.
it goes wow. Yeah. It looks like the Predator's mouth. I don't really want to watch the Fantastic Four movie. I feel like that's kind of superhero
I didn't want
slop.
to. I didn't want to either. Are you in that group chat with like it's called Taco Time?
Mm-hmm.
That's hard. Yeah. So I was in that and I see Hank text, hey, do you guys want to go see F4? And I thought they mistyped F1, and I was like, I do want to go see that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That would be fun. I want to see a dumb racing movie with Brad Pitt, but I just used no critical thinking, and I was like, oh yeah, it's fantastic. I showed up, and I was like, a ticket for Fantastic Four. I was like, fuck.
Dressed in full F1 gear.
I brought
fuck, I'll take it.
I brought my racing wheel from home.
Yeah. You got your
I'm here to
racing
pretend I'm in the movie.
All right, yeah, whatever.
I'm wearing my drive jacket with the scorpion on the back. But I went dude, when I walked out of that movie, it gave me a fucking headache. So fucking bad. I knew it was gonna be bad when I walked in. And it's you ever like watch a movie with like any of these like people who are really into comic book like movies still, and you try to like just talk about the movie like a normal person. They're like, all right, so you're gonna be. They're calling me pretentious for not liking Fantastic Four. I was called pretentious for not liking a movie for babies.
Yeah.
It was like it literally just assaults like your senses. Like my eyes were fried. I felt like I was high walking out of the movie because it was just it was like a vomit of colors on the screen the entire time. It's like Interstellar for people who have ADHD. It was insane to look at, like the blues and the red, like every bright color they can have that's not like naturally appearing in nature was just like just flashed at your eyes constantly.
Yeah, I don't know. All the clips I've seen of it, like there's that one clip of like Mr. Fantastic getting like stretched out by Galactus, and it was like the way that it's shot. So that, like, whenever they zoom in on his face, it's just kind of like a really tight shot, so you can tell that he just has his arms up and they're outside of the camera. Yeah. It's like, that stuff kind of, like, takes me out of a show, because I'm like, it makes me think, whenever I'm watching something, and then I think of how they shot it, rather than what I'm watching,
right.
It's like my suspension of disbelief is
all
broken.
those movies are CG, like, this. It could just be a cartoon at this point. Like, they're all animated, like, to the point where it's like, just use the actors, they just use the actors for their face, and that's it. But the acting was bad, too. They didn't even have good actors.
Tough.
The most believable chemistry in that entire movie was that Pedro Pascal was definitely sleeping with that married woman who played the Invisible Girl.
1,000%.
1,000%.
Pedro Pascal getting like anxiety and then just groping ladies.
You could tell they
hilarious.
did improv where it's like they would just like make out for no reason. Where it's like, oh my god, like we have to fight Galactus, and they just start like grinding on each other. It was disgusting to look at. Honestly,
She goes home to her husband, and he's like, babe, I know.
I just saw the new Fantastic Four movie. What the fuck? He's at the premiere, and she's holding Pedro Pascal's hand the entire time.
And he's like, babe,
he's
I
a little
know you're a
nervous.
professional, babe. I know you're a professional, but like, are you
What
certain?
the fuck?
What in the fuck are you doing? Are you certain that's for the role?
my
The
own
Superman movie, someone told me that like because I haven't watched that one either, but they said that it was kind of like a really anti-Zionist movie.
Well, they didn't even say that. Like I was talking to Paul, who actually watched the movie, and he was like, "It's." He was saying it's anti-Zionist, but I talked to other people, and they're like, "No, it's just kind of like pro-immigrant or whatever." But it is banned in Israel because Israel is like, this is an anti-genocide movie.
Yeah, when we're really pro.
Yeah, when you start banning anti-genocide like they're gonna start, like Israel's at the point where it's like the next movie like that they're gonna start banning is like Schindler's List. They're going full for a circle with it.
The people can't know.
They can't know.
They said that
what we're getting away with.
At some point, Superman kills like what is effectively a Netanyahu type figure, and then when they told me that, I was like Superman, I thought doesn't kill people. I thought he doesn't do that, but then I imagined in my mind
they're
Superman.
not. You're like they're not people.
Superman being
That's
like,
the thought you had?
Superman thumbs upping to the camera, being like, "I'm not killing people," and then it's like that. That was the message of the movie, and I'm like, what a wild movie that it definitely exists, and I didn't just make that up in my head. We'll cut that out.
Yeah, well, that'll be Patreon.
Oh, that's for the Patreon.
that'll be a paid exclusive.
Gotta have the Patreon. All right, so I guess we're probably at about 30 minutes.
Don't worry, man, about a thing.
Smiled with the rising sun. 3 little birds by my doorstep, singing sweet songs. A melody pure and good. Oh, fuck.